And we thank you for your prompt attention to this matter. And we'll get back to you with a reply as soon as possible. Yours faithfully, etc., etc., etc. Oh, Clive.
Well, if it isn't Paul Robinson Crusoe and his girl Thursday. How about you and I talk turkey? Tycoon to tycoon.
Clive, I have not yet met a tycoon who dresses up as chooks and gorillas.
Nonsense. The fabulously rich are always eccentric.
You? Fabulously rich?
I have here one cheque made out to the Daniels Corporation representing the holding deposit on number 22 Ramsay Street. But first, I think we should re-evaluate our initial discussions on the sale price. The property market's crumbling. Interest rates have risen dramatically.
In the last hour and a half?
There's the problem with the plumbing. Now, I am a reasonable man.
Clive, but I've already had 2 better offers on the house.
And I'll take it. Yep.
Yeah. I've got to say I'm impressed.
Well, the rest of the deposit will be on your desk within the week. 2 at the outside, but I've got some bad news for you. You'll have to find another barman. I'm going back to medicine.
Oh, it's no worries. Probably a good idea if you're getting housing, right?
You are about to see a new man. Conservative and respectable. Those are the words they'll be using to describe Dr. Clive Gibbons.
Well, for a day at least.
At least.
There's your receipt. Mind you, there'll be more paperwork once the rest of the deposit comes through.
Who would have thought of it? Clive Gibbons, Esquire.
He gets a bit carried away.
No, go on.
Before I go, I was wondering if the Home James limo was heavily booked for tomorrow.
Why? You want to make a booking?
Well, maybe. How much would it cost to have it parked in my garage for the day?
Why do you want to do that? Oh, no, hang on a second. I can sense a Gibbons disaster hatching here.
No, nothing irresponsible. That was the old me. This is just to impress Uncle Ted.
Who's Uncle Ted?
Clive's uncle from the States.
He's only going to be here for the day. It'd impress the pants off him.
Suppose we can arrange something. But if any regular bookings come in, the limo has to go.
Fine by me.
Oh.
Oh, look, if I happen to bring Ted in here tomorrow, what's the chances of you dropping a few remarks about what a responsible, successful sort of guy I am?
If I can keep a straight face, I'll do my best.
Thanks. This is going to be a piece of cake.
You know, if I hadn't have seen it, I wouldn't have believed it. Mrs. Mangle, she's doing a remarkable job. She's as good as Hilda Mueller, actually.
Well, I hope she's more honest.
Yeah, well, that's one thing I won't have to worry about when Madge takes over.
Oh, there have been a few bookings for Home James, but tomorrow's still free, so Clive should be right to have the cab.
To park it in his garage? You live with him. What's going on?
Well, his uncle thinks he's a respectable, happily married GP, and Clive doesn't want to disappoint him, that's all.
Oh? How did his uncle come up with that idea?
From Clive's dad.
Oh, eh?
Well, it's all very complicated, but if Clive can convince his Uncle Ted, then his father's going to lend in the deposit for the house. They made a deal.
Ah, that explains it. Mind you, he's going to need more than a fancy car parked in his garage. I mean, how's he going to come up with a happily married bit? Don't tell me he's got you involved in this too.
Seems harmless enough.
Oh, I see. You're going to try and con Clive's uncle into believing that you're his wife. Come on, that's ridiculous.
Well, just for a day. I'll be in here most of the time, and it'll probably just be a matter of smiling and saying hello.
Yeah, well, you can forget it right now. Look, I don't care what Clive does with his life, but I'm not having you make a fool of yourself.
Hold on a minute. What I do in my own time is none of your business. And if I can do something to help Clive buy that house, then I'm only too happy to do it.
All right. You make a laughing stock of yourself. But if this blows up in your face, as it probably will, don't come running to me.
Good night.
Oh, Susan.
Yep.
I'm sorry about going off at you earlier. It was a bit out of line.
It's okay.
I just thought you had more sense than to get mixed up in one of Clive's crazy schemes.
Paul, if Clive's plan works, then he'll be able to buy the house. And that means a more secure home for Sam and me.
Yeah, but I own the place. I wouldn't turf you out, and you know that.
Thanks, Paul, but I've already promised Clive.
So what do you plan to do in the future, then? Well, you can't shoot with Clive all your life, can you?
I don't have any plans for the future. The most important thing right now is that Sam has a permanent place to live.
Yeah, well, all I'm saying is people do talk.
Let them talk. Clive and I are friends. That's all there is to it.
Just friends?
Yeah. Look, I love Clive. As a brother. He knows that.
All right, look. Why don't you let me take you out to the movies to make up for being such a grouch?
Oh, I'd love to, Paul. But I can't. Got to spend some time with Sam. I hardly saw him all weekend. Besides, Clive and I have to nut out a strategy for Uncle Ted. Thanks anyway.
Anyway, that's my lot for the night. Yeah? I promised Charlene and Warren I'd take some food home for them. So I'll see you later.
Okay, mate, see ya.
What are you up to tonight, mate?
Me? Got to get an early night. I've got a pretty heavy meeting first up in the morning.
It's about time you had some fun.
Fun?
Yeah. Look, that marriage of yours is over and done with. Now, you mightn't realise this, but, well, there's some women out there, well, a couple of them, that might still take a shine to you.
Shane, I don't want to make the same mistake twice, you know? Listen, have you heard what Clive's doing with Susan?
Oh, you mean pretending that they're married?
Yeah. You know, I wouldn't have thought that Susan would get mixed up in one of his ridiculous schemes.
It's only for a day or two. Anyway, you know what Clive's like. He's talked all the neighbours into going along with it to impress that rich uncle of his.
Still, I wouldn't have thought he'd drag Susan into it, though.
You like her, don't you?
Yeah, of course I do. She works for me, doesn't she?
Don't worry, mate. She's got her head screwed on the right way. I mean, after all that trouble she had with Uncle Fred. She's like you, not about to make the same mistake twice. Yeah. Oi.
I heard Clive's uncle arrived a little sooner than expected.
How did you know?
Mrs. Mangle told me. How'd the big contract go?
It was hardly a con trick. I was just helping Clive out of an embarrassing situation.
Yeah, you want to think yourself lucky you didn't get yourself into an embarrassing situation. Anyway, did you get away okay?
Oh, actually, that was something we didn't count on. He's decided to stay with us for a couple of weeks.
A couple of weeks? Well, you can't expect to keep the act up all that time. I hope you told Clive his uncle has to know the truth.
It isn't as easy as all that.
Of course it's easy. Clive just tells his uncle straight. Uncle Ted, Susan and I aren't married. We never have been.
And Clive will miss out on his only chance to buy that house.
Somebody has to tell the guy he's being conned. Do you want me to do it?
No, I do not.
Then will you do it?
I can't.
You hate the whole idea, I know you do.
Paul, just leave it for the moment, will you?
I can't talk you out of it.
I don't want to let Clive down.
It's your decision. I'm going to check the complex. That Clive Gibbons certainly likes taking risks. Do you know what he's just done?
What?
He has invited dear old Uncle Teddy over to Lassiter's to meet everyone.
Oh, dear.
What's he trying to do? Sabotage his own stupid scheme.
Uncle Ted.
Hello, Susan. How's it going?
Oh, fine. You've met Paul?
Very briefly. So this is where you work, huh?
Yeah.
Young man, you can consider yourself lucky to have a girl like Susan helping you out. With Clive doing so well, she doesn't have to work, you know.
Oh, who told you that? Clive?
Paul, please.
Young man, I get the distinct impression there's something about Clive that really bothers you.
You know, somebody should tell you about that nephew of yours. And I think I should be the one to do it.
What did you have in mind, Paul? Oh, were you going to tell Clive's uncle about the time Clive saved Lucy's life?
Who's Lucy?
Paul's little sister. Well, Lucy needed an emergency tracheotomy. Clive had to perform it on the Robinsons' kitchen table. Lucy would have died otherwise.
Oh. Is that what you were going to tell me?
Yeah.
Well, you should be grateful to my nephew, young man.
Oh, of course I'm grateful. We all are.
We Gibbons have a reputation for hasty decisions, but you can take it from me. Time is of the essence when a tracheotomy is necessary. Well, I'll leave you to get on with your work.
I'll see you tonight, Uncle Ted.
I hope you won't impose on Susan's generosity for too long. She and Clive have a baby, you know.
Oh, no. Susan's welcome to leave any time she likes.
Good. See you later, Susan.
Bye, Uncle Ted. If you're going to blast me, do it now. Get over and done with.
I should. But I won't. That was some snow job, I've got to say. I'm impressed.
You're not upset with me?
I'm not exactly thrilled. You did make me look like a fool out there.
Sorry.
I think you're a lady of hidden talents. And I think Clive should be counting his blessings.
I didn't do it just for Clive.
I know you and Sam need a roof over your heads, but I think you're wasting your time. Well, if you can pull the wool over old Uncle Ted's eyes like that, imagine what you could do when you really put your mind to it. No, wait, change that. Make it, we await your prospectus with interest. Dad.
I'm not interrupting anything, am I?
Oh, come in. What can I do for you?
Well, it's a private matter, actually.
All right, well, come into the office. We'll finish that a bit later.
Excuse me.
What's up?
This arrived for you this morning from Terri.
Why didn't you just burn it?
Well, don't you want to know what she's got to say?
Nope. Dad, as far as I'm concerned, Terri is dead. Which is the way she tried to leave me, if you remember.
She must be having a pretty miserable time of it in prison. I can't help feeling a certain amount of sympathy for her.
Dad, she tried to kill me.
She panicked. She was terrified you were going to ring the police, and despite everything, I think she really loved you.
My darling Paul.
So you're not going to give her a chance?
Why should I?
It must have taken a lot of courage for her to write.
I don't care about her, Dad. And I don't give a damn about anything she's got to say.
All right. It's your decision. Don't blame you. I thought you might have shown a little more compassion.
And in response to your offer of the 15th of last month...
Excuse me.
Yes, yes.
Have you checked that date? I think it's the 16th.
Susan, it's your job to check those sort of details, not mine.
Okay, okay. Don't bite my head off. What were you and your dad talking about, for heaven's sake? Did he have some bad news for you?
No, look, it's not important, all right? Oh, hey, I'm sorry. Let's go. Let's get out of here and go and get something to eat.
Oh, thanks, Paul, but I can't have my boss taking me to lunch every day. You go. I've got some sandwiches to eat here.
You sure?
Mm-hmm. See if you can shake that black cloud while you're about it.
Yes, boss.
I'll check that date on the computer and type up the letter while you're gone.
Okay.
That was quick. What did you have? A vitamin pill and a glass of water?
Yeah, would have done me. Not really hungry. Hey, it's all right. There's no hurry. Finish your lunch. I've got tons to keep me busy in here.
Paul, I've got a confession to make. I found this. I'm sorry, I know I shouldn't have, but I read it.
It's personal.
I know. But once I'd read a few lines, I realised what it was that had upset you. Paul, I care about you. Enough to want to... Well, I want to know when something's wrong. If there's anything I can do to help. Please, Paul. I wish you'd talk to me about it. She was your wife, wasn't she? Tell me about it.
I love Terri. More than anything. She was my whole life at the time.
What went wrong?
Everything. I suppose I never should have married her. It's a very one-sided relationship. I know she married me on the rebound, but I tried to convince myself that she cared as much about me as I did for her.
Why is she in jail?
She killed a man. And then she tried to kill me. And when Dad came and brought that letter to me, he tried to tell me that she had loved me all the time. Still does. But I know Terri. I know she's in this world to see what she can get out of it. You see, my solicitor just served her with the divorce papers. So she probably wrote to me to see if she could get a good deal.
You haven't read the letter?
I don't have to.
I think you should. Maybe she is trying to make you feel sorry for her, but I don't know. She sounds sort of desperate to me.
Of course she sounds desperate. And who better to put the bite on than your ex-husband?
I I think you should read it.
Look, I don't want to know about Terri. As far as I'm concerned, she's dead, and that's the way I wanted to stay.
You're not being very fair.
Why don't you mind your own damn business? You had no right in reading my personal mail in the first place.
Hello, Susan. Where's young Sam this morning?
At home with my husband.
Look, I'm sorry about yesterday. Well, it's just Terry's letter put me in a pretty foul mood. Shouldn't have taken it out on you.
I shouldn't have read it.
Look, yesterday, when you said you cared about me,
I meant it, Paul.
it's just, I swore I'd never get that deeply involved with anyone again.
I promised myself the same thing before I met you.
Feelings mutual. We need to talk. You got a minute?
About that letter.
Oh, please, forget it.
No, it's shown me something. If we've got any hope of a future together, then we got to start trusting each other. And we mustn't hide things. Either of us.
And we start all over again? From the beginning?
Oh, hey, I need some breathing space.
Hey, how much time do you want?
Paul, don't joke. You know we need to talk.
Oh, are you? Okay, yes, Mr. Carroll. Talk.
I'm being serious. I don't like getting this involved when there are still questions unanswered.
Yeah, ask away.
Terri.
What's she got to do with things? The divorce is nearly through.
The paperwork, great. But what about you? Your feelings? Her feelings?
It's not relevant.
Well, it is. What if something went wrong between us? Would you refuse to see me? Worse still, what if Sam had formed an attachment to you? Would you cut off from him too?
No, of course not.
Well, you say that now, but how do I know? I can't just jump into this without thinking about the long term. It's not fair.
So what do we do now?
I need some breathing space. Time to think.
Well, can we at least discuss it? Over dinner tonight?
Paul.
Come on, what's one dinner going to hurt?
Oh, we've been out a lot lately. I feel bad about Sam.
Well, we'll bring him along too. Yeah, we'll go to a family restaurant. Fish and chips, hamburgers, that sort of thing.
You don't ever give up, do you?
Not when I want something this badly. Pick you both up at 7?
You're hopeless, Paul Robinson.
Oh, better give me top marks for trying, haven't you?
I give up.
Good. Hi, anyone seen Dad?
Yeah,
He's gone out for a couple of hours, Paul.
he's gone to the jail to see Terri.
You're joking.
Ruth said you wanted to see me.
You couldn't leave well enough alone, could you? You couldn't respect my wishes even once. Look, you had no right to.
I had every right. Until the divorce comes through, Terri is still my daughter-in-law and your wife.
Yo, she's got nothing to do with me.
The girl still exists, Paul. Right now, she wishes that she didn't, but we can't just ignore her. And apart from anything else, you did love her once. She's very depressed, and whether you like it or not, she needs our support, and she needs to see you.
Yo, I don't need to see her. In fact, I never want to hear her name again or see her. Is that understood?
You're probably not in much of a mood to listen to me, but I'd like to say I'm sorry. Not for going to see Terri, but because I didn't discuss it with you first.
Would it have mattered if you had? You know how I feel, Dad.
It's not healthy to be so bitter, Paul. You're too young. There are too many good things. Life goes on.
I've got my work, that's all I need.
Yeah. I seem to remember saying something similar myself once when your mother died.
Well, Terry's dead too. That's the way that I see it. The divorce and the jail sentence take care of that. I mean, you talk about wasted time, Dad. Every single second of that marriage was wasted time.
Jim Robinson.
Stinks, mate. That's what happened.
Oh, tell me about it.
Paul, it's for you. Paul, it's the prison. I think you should take it.
Paul Robinson. I see. No, thanks for letting me know. Hey, what's wrong? It's Terri. She tried to suicide.
I'll drive you if you like.
No, I'm not going anywhere.
Well, you have to go and see her now.
I don't have to go anywhere, Scott.
Paul, Terri must have felt that she couldn't take any more. She needs help. She needs to know that someone cares.
Well, it's not going to be me. I mean, this suicide stuff's just her way of getting attention. I mean, if she'd really meant to go through with it, she'd be dead by now, wouldn't she?
How can you say that?
I know Terri, Dad. She probably just pulled this stunt to see if I'd come running. Well, it isn't going to work.
Paul, maybe we should at least ring the hospital.
Just forget it, will you, Dad?
Here we go.
Thanks, Nikki.
Paul, I was really sorry to hear about
You're sorry. Everyone's sorry. Can't anyone see that's exactly what she wants? Everyone feeling sorry for her? I mean, poor little Terri, all depressed and no one to talk to.
Paul, I don't...
All right. I will go and see her, find out exactly what happened. But if this is another one of her attention-seeking games, she can go to hell.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize.
It's not your fault, love. I'm just glad he made the decision to go. How did you go?
I didn't get to speak to her. Evidently, she's been on medication for months for depression. She's been saving the tablets up. Nobody knew.
She's going to be all right.
She's dead, Dad. Apparently, she took all the tablets this afternoon after you saw her. Why did she do it? I mean, what did you say to her?
She just kept on about wanting to see you again. I just had to explain that you didn't want to see her.
Did she say?
Well, she just smiled, nodded, seemed to accept it. She said that she still loved you and that she was sorry for what had happened.
Just that?
Pretty much.
It's my fault.
Oh, no. Don't blame yourself, mate.
Why not? If I hadn't been so pig-headed, she'd still be alive. I may as well have just put a gun to her head and pulled the trigger. Okay, Clive, is Susan in?
Yeah. Come on in.
No, it's all right, Clive. You don't have to leave. You're a bit late, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Something came up. I forgot.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you very much. I should have listened to your advice about not mixing business with pleasure.
Look, if you let me explain...
You don't have to explain, Paul. If I'm not important enough for you to remember, that's fine. But don't make any excuses.
It's a reason, not an excuse. Not that you'd be interested, but my wife died tonight.
Oh, Paul. Sorry.
No, don't apologise. It's not your fault. I'm the one that should have kept it strictly business.
Oh, hell.
Hey, come on. You weren't to know.
Oh, I should have given him a chance.
He's in shock at the moment.
Good morning, Paul.
Good morning. Is there any mail?
On your desk. Paul. I just wanted to say, I'm really sorry about what happened the other night. And if I'd stopped to think for a minute, I would have realised you must have had a very good reason for being late.
Yeah, let's just forget it, eh?
I thought they'd brighten the place up. You asked me to remind you to dictate some letters first thing this morning.
Yeah, that'll have to wait. I've got to make some arrangements for Terry's funeral.
Couldn't I do that for you?
Susan, she was my wife. I think it's up to me.
Don't shut me out, Paul. I want to help.
Look, the best way you can help at the moment is just by leaving me alone.
I know how you must be feeling.
Oh, you couldn't possibly. Nobody could. Please, Susan, just go back to your desk and let me handle this my way. I hope you've got a good reason for wasting my time and money, Madge.
Charlene got into hot water. I had to come back and sort things out.
I don't know if that actually constitutes a good reason. Couldn't it have waited until the course was finished?
Paul, I'm sorry, but my family has to come first. Charlene needed me.
She's 17 years old, for God's sake.
Oh, if you had a daughter, you'd understand.
And what about your responsibility to me? Madge, I was counting on you to finish that course.
I know exactly how you feel, Paul. I was counting on people to look after Charlene, too.
What am I supposed to do now? Pay for somebody else to be trained?
Well, I did learn a great deal while I was there. Maybe I could get by, pick up what I don't know from the rest of the staff.
Come off it, Madge. I can't risk putting in a half-trained housekeeper, let alone somebody that's proved themselves totally unreliable.
Mrs. Mangle's been filling in, I understand. Maybe she could hold the fort for a while.
She'll have to, won't she?
Yes, well, when can I start back at the waterhole? Well, you did say I could have my old job back if the course didn't work out.
Yes, but I didn't count on you walking out halfway through it.
Paul, I had to come back. I had no choice.
Madge, how do I know that you won't let me down again? I mean, Charlene is bound to get into more hot water. I'm sorry, Madge, but I'm going to have to think very carefully before I have you working back at Lassiter's, in any capacity.
I know it's been difficult, Paul. But you shouldn't have taken it out on Madge.
When I want your opinion on how to run this place, I'll ask for it.
What would you have done if you'd been in her position?
How do I know? I haven't got kids. The way that you women seem to fuss over them the minute they so much as sneeze, I'm glad. Look, between Sam and Charlene, it's a wonder you and Madge can show up for work at all.
It's a pity you don't have kids. You'd be so busy worrying about them you wouldn't get the chance to sit around wallowing in self-pity. Oh, Paul, I'm sorry. Give me a chance, Paul. Talk to me.
I'm not going to cry on anyone's shoulder.
I was beginning to think you cared about me before all this happened.
Susan. I was building this nice little daydream. You, me, even Sam. But Terry's death put all of that back into perspective. I'm not very good at relationships.
You have to give yourself another chance.
I've tried. Somebody always ends up getting hurt, and it's usually me. I can't take that sort of risk anymore. I make a very bad loser. So, let's just forget it, shall we?
Hi, how are you?
Okay. Is Paul in?
Yeah, but he's not in a very good mood.
Oh, I need to see him. It's about Mum.
Won't do any good. I've already tried, and if you try and argue with him, it'll only make things worse.
Susan, I need you to take some letters for me. No, Charlene.
Paul, I need to speak to you. It's important.
Yeah, I'm pretty busy right now.
I won't go away until you see me.
All right, come in. Sit down.
Thanks.
I suppose this is about your mother, is it?
Yeah?
Did Madge send you to plead a case?
She doesn't even know I'm here. You're not going to fire her, are you?
I've got every right to. The company paid for her to do a course in hotel management. She walked out on it halfway through, wasting time and money.
She did it for me.
Yeah, well, I need people on staff that I can rely on, not somebody that's going to neglect their job at the first excuse.
She knew I was in trouble.
There's plenty of people around to help you.
I needed my mum. Look, I know you're a pretty hard businessman. But if you knew that someone you really loved needed you, you'd go to them, wouldn't you? No matter what.
Susan been talking to you about Terri?
Who's he?
It doesn't matter.
Mum didn't mean to let you down. Her job's important to her. But she thinks I'm even more important. That's pretty terrific. I think it proves what a responsible person she is. And it's not fair for you to fire her because of it. Can you please let her keep her job at the waterhole? Otherwise, I'll hate myself forever.
Oh, come on, Charlie. Yeah, don't cry.
Thanks.
I've heard enough anyway.
You just don't care about people, do you?
Now, hold on. Before you start yelling at me, I mean I've heard enough to change my mind. You can tell your mum she can start back at the pub tomorrow.
Oh, Paul, thank you. Thanks.
Okay, I'm gonna get on with some work, yeah?
Okay. Thanks again.
You wanted me to take some letters?
Yeah, please.
You seem to have won yourself a heart.
Sorry?
Charlene.
Oh, I said Madge could start back at the waterhole.
I'm glad.
The kid's got guts, I can tell you that much.
More than most. I was convinced she was going to go in there and start tearing strips off you.
She wouldn't have got very far if she had. She was smarter than that. She said a couple of things that... things that made me think.
What about?
Terri. And the fact that I didn't go and see her when she needed me. Things may have been different if I'd been to see her.
It's a pretty big if, Paul.
I don't know, I feel I could have given her something to hope for.
Such as? You two getting back together again?
No. It's one thing I could never have promised her.
Then why are you shutting me out?
After Terri, I said I'd never get involved with anyone again. And I almost stuck to that decision. Until you came along. I'd almost forgotten what it felt like, being hurt by Terri, I mean. But now
Now all the guards go back up.
I think it's for the best, Susan. Look, we've both been hurt. Why run the risk of letting it happen again?
Sometimes it can be worth taking the risk.
You know how much I like you, Susan. I also admire you and respect you. But I just want us to be friends, and that's as far as it goes. Do you think you can keep it on that level?
I suppose I'll have to.
Good. Well, how about those letters?
Mind interrupting anything?
No, come in, mate. I was just tidying up a few things before the funeral.
I'll tag along with you if you want me to.
Thanks, but Dad's coming with me.
It's going to be pretty tough, mate. I know how much you loved her.
Look, I'd rather not talk about it, if that's okay. Want a coffee?
Yeah. I don't mean to stick my nose in, but you're going to have to talk about it to someone. Might as well be me.
What do you see? I mean, it's you, Dad, Susan's group therapy or something.
We're all worried about you, that's all.
Yeah, well, you can stop worrying. Oh, look, I'm sorry, mate. I don't mean to take it out on you.
No, it's okay. I can handle it. Your mates don't seem to see much of you these days.
No, I seem to be up to my neck in work most of the time.
It's got to be more to life than work, though, doesn't there? You have to start getting out more.
Thanks, that'll be good.
How's Lucy?
Yeah, the doctors say her eyes are okay physically, but she still can't see. Well, this virus she's got's complicating things. Well, they seem to think that the blindness must be psychological now.
She'll be all right, though, won't she?
No, it's no telling how long it'll take. Well, they've got to run a few more tests yet. Hasn't really been a week for the Robinsons, has it?
Hasn't been too bright on our side of the fence either. But still, could always be worse. Oh, listen, thanks for keeping Auntie Madge on at the waterhole.
Oh, I think Charlene, not me.
She's a good kid underneath. I mean, she's really knuckled down to study for HSC. Looks as though she might even get through. She and Auntie Madge have even declared a truce.
If those two can get along, there's hope for the rest of us yet.
Miss Cole appears to be away from her desk, Mr. Robinson. Really, she shouldn't leave the office unattended. Very unprofessional.
Susan's gone to the bank, Mrs. Mangle. Is there anything I can help you with? Let's see.
Thank you. Mrs. Mitchell.
What about her?
I saw her at the waterhole. I was quite surprised. I didn't think she'd be back as barmaid.
Well, I happen to think she's an asset there. She's developed quite a following with the customers.
I'm sure she has. But you won't be considering her for my position, will you? Not after she abandoned the management course.
I'm not prepared to confirm your position as permanent yet. I need time to weigh up the pros and cons.
But you must admit I've been doing a good job.
I'm not denying that, Mrs. Mangle. But there's other factors to be considered yet.
But I am still in the running, aren't I?
Good morning, Mrs. Mangle.
Good morning.
Paul, I'm sorry to interrupt, but the funeral starts at 10.
A funeral? Oh, such sad occasions. No one in the family, I hope.
If you leave the matter with me, Mrs. Mangle, I'll let you know of my decision in good time.
Very well. Good morning.
Good morning.
Daddy, you sure you don't want to stay at the hospital with Lucy?
Ruth's with her.
It's not much of a comfort to me after yesterday.
Ruth asked Scott to look after Lucy. If I blame anyone, I blame him.
I've got to hand it to her. She certainly got you fooled. Or are you just so much in love with her that you can't see what she's doing to this
I'm not in love
family?
with Ruth, Paul. I'm very fond of her, yes, but that's as far as it goes.
So why'd you let her move into the house?
Because she's a warm and generous woman. And Lucy loves her. And right now, that makes her a very important person.
So the little prince, in spite of all the goodwill that was inseparable from... Oh, little prince will have to wait for a while, love. Here's your dad and Paul.
Any better, darling?
Not much. When can I go home, Dad?
Well, maybe Dr. Lima will know by now. I'll go and have a word with her. Back in a moment.
Were there many at the service?
It was personal. Hey, how are they treating you here? You got the nurses waiting on your hand and foot yet?
All they do is push me around and prod me with things.
Oh, do you want me to play big bad boss and tell them to stop being so mean? Come on, have a little smile.
Don't, Paul.
Be careful with her. She's upset after all the tests.
She's my sister, Ruth. I know what I'm doing. Here's your tickle balm,
Oh,
eh?
don't. Stop, please. Guess what?
What?
Ruth said that she's not going to go until I'm all better. Isn't that terrific?
Yeah, that's terrific, all right.
I felt sorry for the little flower, didn't you?
No, she was a plain flower. Just pretended to be special.
She was special for the little prince. That's why he went home.
I wish I could go home. Where's Dad? He's been gone ages.
Maybe Paul would go and find him if you asked him nicely.
Could you, Paul? Please?
Yeah, okay. Oh, no need. Here he is.
Here I am.
What did the doctor say?
Am I always going to be all right?
You're going to be fine, Lucy. Just fine. You see, all those tests were to find out whether the nerves connecting your brain to your eyes were still working properly. And they are.
How come I can't see?
Because when you fell down the drain, you were very, very frightened. And your brain didn't want you to see what was going on, so it told your eyes not to look. The doctors call it hysterical blindness.
Hysterical. I don't think it's funny. So, when will I be able to see again?
Soon. Quite soon. But first you have to see a very special doctor who'll help you stop being so frightened.
You mean I have to stay here?
Nope. You can go home as soon as you get dressed.
Great! Ruth, could you please find my clothes?
Of course.
Oh, now that I know you're going to be all right, it's time I got back to work. See you soon, okay?
Yep.
I'll be at the office if you need me to.
Thanks, Paul.
Paul, could we talk for a moment?
I don't think we have anything to say, Ruth.
I do. And I think it's better said away from home. Jim and Lucy have had enough to upset them lately without you and I being at each other's throats.
Don't over-dramatise. Look, I simply don't like you, and I don't think there's any need to disguise the fact.
Not even for your family's sake. Why won't you give me a chance?
Because you're a user. You lied to all of us, and now you're living on Dad's charity.
I only
You
stayed...
wormed your way into Lucy's affections, and now you're using your blindness to stay with Dad.
I stayed because I love your family. Lucy's become like my own daughter.
Is that how you treat your own kid, is it? Leaving her while she's sick so you can go off tripping around town.
I left her with Scott. For your information, I went out to pick up my plane ticket to go back to England.
So why are you still here? Leave the Robinsons to look after themselves.
Your father needs me now.
Oh, come off it, Ruth. He managed before you got here, and he can manage when you've gone.
I love Jim. Can't you understand that, Paul? Is it wrong to want someone so much that you'll do anything to stay with them?
You can't build your dreams on what you want. I think you know Dad doesn't feel the same way about you.
He wants me to stay. I'd make him happy.
I'm sure you'd try. If Dad married you, he'd be giving up the chance to find somebody that he really does love. You think about it. Is that fair on him? See, marriage can't work if only one of you is in love. I know because I've been there. If you love Dad as much as you say you do, then there's only one thing you can do. Leave him.